Hello again. We are talking about one of my favourite topics today, but I suspect that it's probably going to be one of your least favourites. Okay, we're talking about pricing. Now, why is this important? Let me ask you this. Is your appointment book full? So you're busy all the time, but you're still not making target? Or are you working your absolute tail off and you still just don't have enough money at the end of the month? You're still worried how you're going to pay your bills? If you're in that situation where you're working like crazy, you're busy, your appointment book's full, but there's just not enough money, the problem, at least partially, is likely to be your pricing. Okay? Now, let me just step you through a process for determining if pricing is a problem for you. So I'm probably assuming by now that most of you will have targets set for your staff. So you'll have a weekly target. And I'm really hoping that you have set those targets based on your individual staff's wages costs, not just a number you've plucked out of the sky or thought sounded like a fair number. I hope you've analysed your wages information and you've come up with those targets accurately. If you haven't, shoot me an email and I'm happy to send you a little how-to sheet on how to do that accurately. Okay, so let's assume everyone's got weekly targets in place. I'm also hoping that a lot of you have divided that back to be hourly targets, so your staff know how much they need to generate per hour. Okay, I'm hoping that that's the case. But have you checked whether your current pricing actually allows you and your staff to hit target? Here's what I mean. Let's say, just for round figures, that you're working off, say, $100 an hour for your staff. And look, guys, use the same process that I'm going to share with you, whether that's $90 an hour or $120 or $150 or whatever that is. But just for round numbers, we're going to use $100 for this example. So let's say my staff member needs to earn $100 an hour. That means every 15-minute block of my appointment book or of their time, they need to be making $25. Okay, so is your pricing set to at least that amount to allow them to make that amount of money if they have appointments? So that means, is every 15-minute appointment or block of time charged at $25? Is a 30-minute appointment block charged at least $50? Is a 45-minute appointment block charged at least $75? Is an hour appointment block charged at least $100? Okay, what you are literally selling in a service industry, and particularly in salons, is you are selling time. In fact, you're selling the time of your staff. Okay, so if you need your staff member to make $100 an hour, your pricing needs to be set at least that level to make that possible. Okay, so if that's not the case currently, can you now see why you're working like crazy and there's not enough money at the end of the week? And also for salon owners, if you find that you're working 50, 55 hours a week because you have to, because there's just not enough money by the time you've worked, say, 35 or 38, this is likely to be your problem. Because what happens is, if there is a shortfall in your pricing or an inaccuracy there, what happens is that every time you deliver a service for less than what you require for that time, you make almost like a loss. So you're carrying this shortfall. Add that up over the week, and that might be thousands and thousands of dollars. So by the time you've worked 35 or 38 hours, you haven't got enough money. You need to work the next 5, 10, 15 hours that week to make up that shortfall. So the good news, of course, is if we can correct your pricing, we can change your business. We can literally buy your time back, almost buy your life back. Okay, this is such an important area for our businesses. So if we correct your pricing, it's a game changer. So that's step one. Analyse your current price list to make sure that your pricing is set at least the minimum that you need your staff to make per hour. Okay? Now, if you just said, but I'm in maybe a really low income area, or my clients won't pay anymore, my clients are really price sensitive, talk to me. Okay? That belief is keeping you chained to that chair. It is keeping you working harder than you need to work for the money you want to earn. Okay, if we can change that belief for you, we can change so much about your business. Because let me tell you a secret, it's never them. It is always our perception. Okay, so we can change that belief for you, a whole new world opens up. Okay, so that's step one. I talk about pricing having a floor and a ceiling. So a floor is a minimum you need to charge. That's what we've just done. But there's a ceiling. That's not obviously not the maximum that you can charge. Your ceiling is set by what your clients are willing to pay. And I don't mean just one or two that might note that you've had a price increase. You'll know. Your clients will let you know when your pricing is hitting its upper limit. So the floor, the minimum, is set by your wages costs, a multiple of that, and your ceiling is set by your clients. But here's what happens. As you master your service experience, your clients start to really value that experience. They value your skill, they value your expertise, they value your level of care. They wouldn't dream of going anywhere else. And they'll happily pay what it costs for you to deliver that service for them, because they know they can get it cheaper, right? But cheaper isn't necessarily better, okay? They want you, they want your best. And if you do it right, they will happily pay for you to deliver something extraordinary. So my best advice to you is stop trying to cut corners on your service to meet a price or a perceived price barrier. Start matching your pricing to the service levels that you want to deliver, that you want to be known for. And be known for being outstanding at what you do, not just for being cheap, I guess, or being reasonably priced, okay? Because as a client, I tell you what, if I love what you do, price is almost irrelevant. I'll find a way to pay. So wow me, knock my socks off, price becomes completely irrelevant. So there you go, that's my quickfire solution to, I guess, what is likely to be a pricing problem, but what I know as more accurately the why you're working far too many hours and not making enough money problem, okay? So I hope that's been helpful and got you on the right track. But if you really want to learn how to master your pricing and generally make more money in all areas of your business, then come along to my Salon Mastery program. It's a one-day program and it's completely focused on how to put more bucks in your bank account, how to put more dollars in the bank. You will learn so much in one day. I would love to see you there. Come along.